Okay, class 130. I'm seeing some issues with the way you're laying out your. Let's start with the point projection. Let's look at problem 4. Um, this one right here. Notice that we need to find the points in view A, view G, and view S. So the first thing, if you go back and you read on how to do your point projections, the first thing you want to do, there's 3 things that you need to do to project a point. You need 2 adjacent views of the point, which they give you. I believe it's F and H. You need a fold line located correctly between the 2 adjacent views, and we have that. And another fold line that represents one edge of the new view onto which the point is to be projected. And we're actually doing 2. We're doing A, that we're trying to find the point at A, the point at G, and the point at S. And it's very important. Some of you guys are not labeling your points, which, as you're probably finding out by now, it's going to get confusing if you don't start labeling. So let's look at problem DG1, problem 4. Here's what we've got. So we've got the views. Let's go back and look at the problem, and let's examine the problem from the grid sheet. Alright, so notice that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll call this number 1. We've got 5 spaces to our fold line here. Then we've got 2 spaces to our fold line on the other side of our fold line. So what we have to do, we have this point and we have this adjacent. Okay? So the first thing we need to do is establish those 2 points, which we have right here and right here. Notice how these are labeled. This is FF and this is FH. Alright, FF because it's on the F side, H because it's on the H side. Now let's find it in the A. Well, we know that we have to go perpendicular to the line of sight here, which is here to here, which is perpendicular. Now, this space should be 1, which is this projection right here. Alright, so that's that point right here. Now we go another projection onto G. We want to go perpendicular again to that line of sight. Right there. Alright. And then we're going to call this is 1 here. We're going to call this 3. And now we're going to transfer 2, which is this one here, onto view A, view G. Alright, so I'm just going to extend it to the tick mark here. Okay, and this distance here from that fold line is the same as 2 here is on view H. Now we need one more view that needs to be perpendicular to the original fold line. This one right here, and this is called S. Alright, and S is going to be 3, which is this distance right here. Alright, so let's go over to, I missed that one a little bit, perpendicular to that, and then let's measure, since this is, we're going to call this 1, and we're going to call this, let's go on to extend. Looks like I missed it. I did. Let's move this where it's here. Okay, and we're going to go straight up to that one. Alright, we're going to call this one 1. Okay, and we're going to call this distance 2 from that fold line. and this distance is 3. Alright, we forgot this distance here, which is from here perpendicular to this fold line. Notice that everything is perpendicular. This is also 1. We got to go back and fold 1. And we're going to do 3 here. This is 3. Okay, now we're back to 2 right here. This distance from view G is going to be 2, and then this distance from here to here is going to be 3. So let's bring 3 over here. Now you don't, these are for your references, so you know, and you're better off to go ahead and turn your grid on. Let's go ahead and do that, so we know that we're spacing these correctly. Alright, snapping grid. I'm going to go ahead and turn the grid on. We're going to do snap. That way when I start my lines, notice how it snaps. Okay, so this is the way I like to see them laid out. And I believe we had to find the point in view F, G, and S. So we have our point in F, we have our point in G. Now we still need our point. This is this should be 2. This distance here should be the same as 2, and this distance is going to be 3 from here to here, from there to there. Okay, we'll delete that one. Alright, so here's what we've got. We've got the point 1, 2, 3. Actually, this is 1, 2. This is 1, 2, 1, 3, and then 2. Okay. This is how you solve for problem for the point projection. Again, we were looking for the point in views A, G, and S. I notice that some of you have stopped at G, but you need to go head on, create you another fold line here, and give me the point in view S, which is going to be the distance of 3 right here, coming off of view A. Okay? This is how I like to see them laid out, and notice how I'm labeling my points. Okay? Each one of these points are labeled. And this is going to be helpful as you continue on having to project more geometry. Got any questions? Let me know. Thank you.